All right, good.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk in, you see who somebody who looks like he's probably a priest. It's an old Chilton man, and I think I have a picture of him here. One second. Named NPCs. Yes, there he is. Oh, I don't have a picture of him, unfortunately. I don't have a picture. That's too bad. Okay, so yeah, but it's like he's an older man. He's got white robes, and he is talking to three humans, a woman and two men, um, and they're in like black leather armor, and they're talking with him, kind of animated, and he's like shaking his head, and you can't quite hear what they're saying, and the the kind of the lead of these three humans, they're not Choltons, they're more pale skinned, and yeah, one of them, the lead one, just kind of throws up his arms, and they all they turn around and they walk out, and they kind of like do the shoulder bump thing as they to you as they're walking out, and kind of they look pretty annoyed, and they leave the temple unless you want to stop them or anything.
I won't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop them and ask them what was that all about, and is there something that I could do to help? They look like they're a little distraught.
And they look at you and they just like, mind your own business, dog, and then they keep walking.
Are we there?
Hey, Sandor is the hound, okay?
That's right. I forgot about that.
That's funny. Yeah.
So yeah, they head off, looking, yeah, not so much like distraught, just pissed off, annoyed, and the priest is like kind of still shaking his head and watching them as they leave, and kind of catches your guys' eye as well because he sees you guys coming in.
Yeah, I want to walk up to him and just slowly and be like, I was like, having trouble, I see.
Nothing I can't handle. They wanted to buy the favors of Savras, but I can see they have ill intent. Do not worry about them. My name is Grandfather Zatembe. How can I help you?
I'm just kind of walking around the city and checking out the locals. Do you have any news? Anything interesting that might have been going on the last few 10 day?
News. Well, yes. let me get this here. Here we go. All right. So he says, well, and he's kind of like trying to decide like if he should say anything or not. I mean, Portney and Zaro things seem to be going fine. One of my acolytes, Init, I'll give you that name. Come on. She's been having some disturbing visions. So you probably best, if you wish to know, and he kind of motions over to someone who's kind of like praying in a little alcove. Best speak with her. I'm not sure what to make of it, but if you are looking to help out, she may have something for you.
And have you heard of the death curse that has been plaguing the land by chance? With your visions?
I have heard of it spoken of. Not many in Port Nyanzaro have been resurrected. So it is not something that we would encounter here very often. But I have heard of it. I believe there was a merchant from Waterdeep, an older woman who was hiring adventurers to try to find out. They think that this curse originates somewhere here in Chult.
Sounds interesting. I might have to follow that lead. I kind of just, I guess, start making my way.
Well, he describes her. He describes her to you, and he's describing Syndra Silva.
Yeah. No, I just don't want to let
Okay.
him know that I'm necessarily working for her at the moment.
Right.
Very,
Okay.
not necessarily secretive, but
All right.
kept to myself in terms of information. You never know. Never know.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, I want to start making my way over to Anit, kind of giving him a little nod of thanks.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know if they necessarily do fortune telling here, but Ulil is not really interested in it. Not to say that anybody else in the party wouldn't be, but Ulil is not.
Sandor's interested, so I'll follow you a little over that way to talk
Towards
to
Anit?
to talk to Anit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, as she kind of is finishing up a prayer, and she notices you there, and yes, how can I help you?
I hear you've. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I understand that you've been having these visions, and I would like to know if you could help us. Maybe can possibly give us a fortune or give us some information that you might have, and I could offer some gold if you have this information.
Well, my visions have been of red-robed wizards gathering somewhere in the Aldani Basin. I'm copy and pasting that for you. Grandfather Zatembe, he has too many things on his mind, but he has given me permission to investigate. I cannot go into the jungles on my own. But I would be willing to hire a party to go and investigate and return with information. And then she stops. And if it's seeing of the future that you are looking for, unfortunately, I cannot offer this service. I can offer gold in payment if you return with information. But if you are looking for someone to consult the guides and see the future, Grandfather Zatembe is the only one who can do that.
Is that the guy that we were just
Yes.
talking to? All right.
Yes.
And is it in Timbe?
Zatembe with a Z.
Oh.
I will also paste that. I suggest, if you wish to have him consult the guides, a donation to the church of at least 25 gold. But for hiring you to go to the Aldani Basin. I am willing to pay 100 gold. I can give you 50 gold now, and 50 gold if you return with information.
Is
you
that
know
on? Is
anything
it on?
about the Red Road?
Okay.
Sorry, I was going to ask. Do you know if the Red Road wizards in your vision are Chilton?
They are not Chilton. They.
Do you know where they're from?
Let me. Let me bring something up here. So. Yeah, she. Let's see. Yeah, she describes like just red robes, like a mix of races, mostly human, but maybe an elf or half elf possibly, and tattoos, lots of tattoos. So somebody that's here at the temple that want to try a history check?
Can I?
Sure.
Hold on. I've temporarily forgotten how to do that. Oh, I'm actually not that good at this. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, no, it doesn't ring a bell for you. If anybody else wants to make a history check, go for it. Yeah. Yeah, Uliel, the description matches what you've heard of as the Red Wizards of ToA. And yeah, it's a group of generally like notorious, nefarious class of wizards that are the ruling class of the land country called ToA, which is, I believe, to the east of the Sword Coast. And yeah, most people when they hear about the Red Wizard of ToA, it's like not a good thing.
I kind of just want to kind of like be like, that sounds awfully similar to the Red Wizards of ToA.
Yeah, and Anita's like, I do not know who they are, but
They're quite dangerous. I'm not sure if 100 gold pieces is worth getting caught up with them.
Unfortunately, that is all I have to offer.
Do you have anything else that is possibly not material goods to offer? Maybe give my companions their free fortune telling instead of towards a donation?
I could try to convince. Go ahead and roll persuasion. Yeah. Yeah. I could try to convince Grandfather Zatembe to provide the service for you without the donation. Would you like me to speak with him?
Yes, please. I'll speak with my companions while you do so.
Okay, so she goes over.
As it happens, I want to start pulling out the map that I have and kind of skimming over to see if I happen to find the Aldani Basin on it.
Okay, yeah, so let's pull up the map.
And I want to just kind of speak out loud and be like, this is definitely an interesting turn of events. However, I'm not sure if it is of high priority at the moment. This is like speaking to you guys.
Yeah, so scanning the map, you don't see anything that is specifically labeled the Aldani Basin, so you might have to
Might have to ask her.
ask your guides. Yeah.
Maybe she might know where it's at.
That's certainly possible. If she recognized it as the Aldani Basin, presumably
Yeah.
she knows where it is. So yeah, when she comes back,
I also want to kind of turn over as just like I am kind of like I'm not interested in the fortune telling as my god deems that as fate sees fit, whatever happens should be like
mhm.
you know as expected in the stars or whatever, due to being the the god of death, essentially one of the gods of death. Killing for the
Maybe
good
we
one.
could try and get her to see where the dead thing is.
The soulmonger.
Yeah, the Soulmonger.
Yes. Or tell us about.
So she comes back with Grandfather Zatembe, and he says, "So I understand you are going to be helping Anit here, and in exchange, I consult the guides for you. What is it that you wish to know?"
Well, first I would like to know, as I turn the map and be like, do you know where the Aldani Basin is?
So she looks at your map and kind of locates the Bay of Cholt and Port Nianzaro, and she starts tracing her finger up the river Star, and she traces it past where you can see Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance are labeled, and into like this kind of obscured area, and she says it's kind of in this area here, and I will see if I can. Let's see. Can I? Is that on my layer? Yeah. There we go. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do. Map. Token layer.
Okay.
So now you
There we
should
go.
see the label Aldani Basin.
So there's a couple options we have. We can either go straight from Firefinger to the basin. We can return from Firefinger, take our boats going down the river Shoshinstar,
Yep.
and then go from land from the Aldani Basin to Rakhamar. The only issue I see with that is our guide, Musharib, not being happy with a sidetrack. However, we could also keep it secret and just act like we came across the Aldari Basin by accident, because it looks like the river doesn't necessarily end right here. Wait, I can't get. Doesn't look like it necessarily ends right here.
Right.
Do you think he will let us come back to town before going to this thing?
Well, it would be quicker to probably come back to town, go down this river, or to even take the boat, and risking the having to give the treasure to the sea monster to go all the way around.
I am interested in these wizards. Wizards generally have magical things on them.
Probably don't want to get too much caught up. This is more of a recon than anything, as I kind of like try to explain to Storm like how dangerous these red wizards are. I'm not sure if she would understand, but at least
sure.
I
I'm
attempt.
sure we can. talk to them or something.
That would be ill-advised.
Hmm.
Do you like being a cat? Because they may turn you into a dog.
That would be most unpleasant.
What do you guys think? It didn't seem like Musharib cared about how he got there as long as we went there after helping. Who knows? We might have enough gold to kind of wave off his quest in general by the time that we get done with Firefinger. We have no idea. We just know that the pterodons like to collect treasures. We don't know what kind of treasures they might have there, but we might get a good haul, we might not. We most certainly will probably return to town before heading out to go to Harakamar.
I think we should just play it by ear. I know I'm not there, but we'll go to Firefinger and then see how it goes. I mean, if we're hurting pretty bad, or if there's a lot of treasure,
Well, I think
or if we're out of supplies.
I think it's essentially for accepting the 50 gold up front and getting the fortune now. We have to accept
Oh yeah,
the
just
quest.
do that anyways. Accept it. I mean, she didn't put a time limit on it, right?
Right, but at the same time, if they're already gathering, we don't know how much time we do have.
We could just take the gold and not come back to the temple.
That's sort of what I was also implying.
I also want to say, do not take the god's ire, lightly. They might not, they probably frown on taking a holy man's or woman's gold in good faith.
Or we could just pay the 25 gold and get the fortune,
Yeah.
and just skip that altogether for now, and just basically say we could always come back and pick that one up later.
Did she mention a time frame?
No, but
No, right?
I would
Just-
assume, just realistically, that there probably is a time. More than likely, there is one. Just because they wouldn't just gather and sit there, they're probably gathering for a reason. Especially since they're not native to this land.
So just to play devil's advocate, though, she saw it in a vision, though. So I mean, it could be
Yeah, it could be in the
it could be-
future.
now, it could be in the future. I say, I mean, why not take the gold and we'll swing by there regardless, because it's sort of on the way to Hamar.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
We'll take the gold and say that we'll go to the Aldari Basin. I have full intentions of going there. I'm
Okay.
not going to take gold and then just not go. Just
Right.
food, because I know how gods can be.
I'm not there. I'm just,
Yeah.
from a perspective of planning, I think it
And
doesn't make sense not to take it
from-
when we might be going there
Yeah.
anyways.
From my history, I know also that if the wizards of Thay are gathering, there's more than likely a pretty strong reason for it, one that shouldn't be ignored.
Why would wizards be here?
That's what we need to find out.
All right, so yeah, you tell Anit that you're willing to go investigate, and she provides you with the 50 gold, and Grandfather Zatembe is like, I can seek the answer to a question for you, but it will take me 24 hours to consult the guides.
What time is it?
Let's see. Dinosaur races. Blah, 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 blah. It's probably like coming up on like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I don't know if we have time for that.
Yeah, no, you guys told your guides you're leaving in the
Yep. Ask them if they're just ask if there's any assistance that we can give that could possibly appease the gods to shorten that by
Yeah.
X amount of time. if there's any assistance that we can offer to them that would make the ritual and or uh what do you call it,
Hmm.
tithing, pretty much,
Yeah.
like where you just offer like items and sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
remember what it's called.
so,
On the tip of my tongue.
here. He says, my ritual, it takes 24 hours. I do not know of any way to speed it up. If you are going to be leaving the city, perhaps I can give you the information when you return.
Ask them, do you happen to have any kind of raven couriers that you know, send letters or anything like that over great distances?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Because we'll be going down the river Tariki, so it'd be easy to find us. We're not going to be going off a beaten path. And
Yeah,
having
he
any
says,
information-
you know,
Oh, go ahead.
I could attempt to send a message, but sending messages into the jungle is not not something that generally meets with success.
Oh, I got a good question. I want to say
We do exchange messages with Fort Balerion, but that's about it.
I want to ask if there's any wizards in this temple that are capable of I can't remember the spell, but there's a spell that you can
Sending.
sending spell. If there's anything that I could like give like as I can't remember that. I don't remember if there's any kind of components that they need of the person they're sending to other than knowing them.
Yeah. Let's look up that spell.
I don't even know what level of a spell that is. It's third level.
Right.
Third level, and it just needs a short piece of fine copper wire, like a
Yeah.
telephone line.
So like, it is a cleric spell. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, he could. Let's see. Send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive. Short piece of fine copper wire. Well, he's got a holy symbol, so he probably doesn't need that even. All right. Yeah, so let's say, the Tembe is, like, you know your magic well. If I prepare the spell for tomorrow, I can send you what I find.
So I think now the question is do we just want to do a general about like okay, so I want to ask him, like, when we're getting these fortune readings or whatever, are they about us individually, or can we inquire about, like, say, an item or maybe the location of a great power or something like that, or does it have to be an individual's future?
You can ask anything. You are here. I don't remember if you told him you were looking for
No, I just thought I brought up the death curse.
the death
That was
curse.
it, yeah.
Yes. If you were looking for the source of this death curse, perhaps that would be something I could inquire.
I look back towards a group and I want to be like, we will most certainly return to Port Neon Zaru, and if you are interested in your own individual readings, we can put that off to the future. But I think it would be best to inquire about the Soulmonger, kind of like leaving it open to everyone's opinions.
I'd like my future to be left to chance. I'd rather know about the thing.
Yeah, same here. And
Okay.
Sandor is going to offer grandfather 5 gold pieces for his extra trouble.
Thank you very much.
Who's taking the 50 gold from Chica?
If it makes you feel bad about taking it, I will take it.
No, I don't feel bad about it. I would not. I would, if I were to take it and we did not do the Aldari Basin, I would most likely give it back to not inquire a God's wrath.
I would say she probably gave it to you, Uliel, since you were the one she was talking to about.
All right. So then, all right, yeah, I'll put that 50 in. And then I say we want to inquire about the artifact known as the Soulmonger.
The Soulmonger. Not heard of this, but I will consult the guides. And I will send you a message with what I find. I should find something. I should learn something, and I will send you.
All right. I think that would
Okay.
be very much appreciated. Whatever information you do find, it would be best if you kept it between us. If it is of great importance, you can probably relay that information to the merchant known as Cinder Sylvain that you spoke of. We actually are the adventurers that were hired from her.
Ah, yeah, okay. So Savras prefers truth to be in the open? So if I am asked, I will have to speak the truth. But I will not offer it without.
Offering it
Yes.
without reason will most likely
Yes.
incur massive turmoil within the city and or chaos.
So, may the light of Savras illuminate to you many truths.
And then, like, after
And
all the... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, after all this, I want to be like, and are you sure there is nothing else that you need, possibly with those 3 that were here prior to our entering, now that we've become more acquainted?
Let's see. They wanted me to find somebody named Artis Simber. They offered me a very large gem. But I did not like the smell of them. And, like, you get, like, he's not talking about, like, they actually stank, but, like, just, they didn't seem like
We've heard
nice
artists
people.
before.
Mm-hmm. From Volo.
Yes.
I sense their evil intentions. I do not think they mean this artist's character.
Did they?
I think they mean him ill will, and I think that they mean to do harm to him. So I shooed them away.
We are actually also looking for the man, Artist Simber. Do you happen to know that these men's names? We might inquire why they are searching for him as well.
I do not know who they were or who they allied with.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
they
hopefully
only
they do not
wanted
find
me
him.
to consult the guides to find Artist Simber. And I refused.
Well, that was probably for the best then.
I'm glad you agree. Okay. So let's see. Timon is doing a little more shopping. So, yeah. If you want to buy magic items, you have to go and see Wakanga again.
Oh, dang. Okay. I thought there was a different prince who did adventuring gear.
For
Wakanga does
magic
all
items,
magic items? Okay.
it is Wakanga. Let's see here, but
I think
Uh,
Ikini Alpha I have specializes in traveling equipment, weapons,
yes.
and I have
Weapons, shields, traveling gear, rain catchers, saddles, wagons, and canoes. It's a good thing you're not like dragging a canoe behind you.
But yeah, I do want to get some studded leather as well.
So for armor's a little bit harder to come by, but let's see. That's a different person, I believe.
Xanthi.
Yes, Xanthi. Yes, gems, jewelry, cloth, and armor.
So
Okay.
I'll ask around, try and see whichever is closest.
Okay. Yeah. So if you head over to, you are kind of guided over to. Let's see. I believe it's the red. Red. No, the Grand Souk. And yeah. So you find a. Okay, awesome. You find a like one of the vendors that's selling weapons and those types of things for Ikini Alpha. And then if you want to look into the armor, you will have to head over to the jewel market.
Okay, I'll start with the jewel market was further
Yeah, let's go back
west,
over
right?
I think they're pretty close. Let's see. 10 and so this is where Ikini Alpha's merchants are.
We're still on the main
The
map.
Grand Souk. Oh, sorry. I should know that.
Just trying to stop you before you go too far and have to repeat
Yep.
yourself.
I even set up I've got a second PC over here with a player logged in, and so I can see what's on your guys' screen. So that's why I'm saying I should know this. So yeah, here's the Grand Souk. That's where you'll find merchants selling items for Ikini Alpha. Do I see? Okay. And then let's see, where is the jewel market? I think is close by. Actually, it's on the other side of the temple, right here. This is the jewel market.
Okay, I'll go to the Grand Souk first.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you what are you looking for? She sells non-magical weapons and shields of every kind. But most of her inventory consists of like flint daggers, ikilwas, and let's see, can I can show you this. And so this is like a Cholton weapon, and it's like a 3-foot wooden shaft with a steel or stone blade up to 18 inches long. So it's kind of like it's a melee weapon with like a little bit of an extra reach, like a 10-foot range, 5-foot.
Like a little javelin almost.
Yeah, like short
Maybe
javelin.
like a halberd almost.
Yeah. And let's see what else. And she also does sell like enchanted daggers, so like a +1, or an enchanted Ikilwa will just be a +1. Enchanted ammunition, or a enchanted wooden shield.
How about a rapier?
You could probably find a rapier, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to get a +1 rapier.
Oh no, she wouldn't have an enchanted rapier. Just
Okay.
like a regular one, yeah. Unfortunately.
You said she did have an enchanted dagger, though?
Yes.
What's the shop person's name? I'll go up and I'll ask her for her name. Hello, I'm looking for a enchanted dagger.
So yeah, you talk to it's a female Chultan, and she introduces herself as Bati, Bati.
Okay. I ask her, I'm looking for some enchanted weaponry. I'm interested in either a rapier or a dagger.
Yes.
How much would these run me?
The enchanted weapon's very hard to come by. We only have one or two at a time. We have a dagger or a ToA. Each one would cost 500 gold pieces.
Sorry, so out of character. Sandor, what do you use as weaponry?
I got a longbow.
Longbow. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
not going to be melee much.
No, I have I think a sword, rapier, and what else do I have?
Don't forget to buy a decent bit more arrows.
I have a hand axe and a whip, but I'm mostly going to use my longbow.
Okay.
Now that we're talking about items, I definitely need to buy a different weapon before you head out.
I say, okay, I mean, that seems like a fair price. Is there anyone who might have an enchanted rapier around?
She shakes her head. No. Ikini Alpha is the only one who sells magic weapons.
Wakanga? Maybe? Did you say Akini Alpha?
Akini Alpha is the only one who can sell
Okay.
magic items, magic weapons.
Magic weapons? Okay.
Yeah.
And
She actually pays Wakanga to place the enchantments on them.
I see. This place didn't have studded leather though, right?
No, that's you'll have to go over to the jewel market.
Okay. I guess. I mean, I'd rather have a rapier, I guess, if I'm gonna be in the front line more. So I say, thank you. And then, do you know anyone who I should speak to in the jewel market who would have an enchanted rapier?
In the jewel market, you will only find merchants for Xanthi.
Oh, I see.
They gems, jewelry, cloth, and armor.
Okay. I'm looking for some. Well, what about someone for some studded leather over there?
Yeah. If you go to the market, you will find it.
Okay. Is there a way that I need to go about getting with the Kiniapa about getting an enchanted rapier? Or could you, show me the right way?
Show me the way.
Yeah. So let me. Where locations? 1 second. So yes, you can seek an audience with Akini if you go to the Golden Throne.
All right. Thank you so much for your. Where is that located? Okay, on the way. All right. So I say thank you so much, and I'll give her a silver.
The Yikla, what? How do you pronounce that? Yikla?
Yikla.
The Yikla?
Yikulwa.
Yikulwa.
Yikilwa.
Yikulwa. Yikulwa. Is that versatile or no?
That's a good question. It must not be because it doesn't
do not
say.
think-
1d8 are usually
It just has a
versatile.
1d8.
Yeah, they're usually versatile, like one-handed d8, two-handed d10, but it's also a really long weapon. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I
That's four
bet
and a
it's
half
a
feet.
two-handed.
So
Yeah.
like
It's a simple weapon too, actually.
yeah, that's the best thing about it is the fact that pretty much anybody can use it proficiently.
Mhm.
I'll probably stick to the Warhammer.
Yeah, it doesn't say it's versatile.
It doesn't say it's anything like light,
Right.
finesse.
It doesn't even
anything.
say two-handed or.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find.
I mean, you got things like the
stats.
war pick, which has a dash that just says what it is. So I guess you could use. No, unless you take the dual wielding feat, everything that's not light is.
You can't dual wield.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
Mhm.
I only think you can wield it in one hand.
Yeah.
Or if you can, actually no, you can wield it in one hand. You just can't. Yeah, because Morning Star is a dash. So. Yeah, I think I could essentially use that and still have my shield.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Oh, wait, what's the range?
It's
it a
1030.
It's 1030 for range, like throwing, but what's the melee range? It doesn't say.
Should be 5. It doesn't say reach.
Yeah.
So it should be 5.
I was just thinking that maybe I was kind of hoping it'd be like 10 due to its length, but at the same time that might be a little broken for one gold simple weapon.
Yeah, I pulled up another stat sheet on it on D&D Beyond. It doesn't have much more than it weighs 2 pounds.
Is it
it's got all the other same stats.
It's a melee 5. You can't like reach 10 feet with it, like poke.
If it's a simple melee weapon, yeah, I mean it doesn't say that it.
Yeah, because like things
Extra
like
reach.
like weapons like the pike have reach
Right,
on it.
right, but those are
Yeah.
longer than 3 feet, right?
I think if it
no,
has that
this
property, the chart says
yeah.
so.
Well,
like,
the
a battle axe says versatile.
yeah, the
Instead
Yikola
of saying
is
2
essentially 4.5 feet long weapon. That's why I was asking. It's a 3-foot shaft with an 18-inch blade, so that's 4.5 feet.
Right. So theoretically, you should be able to get like not quite 10, but
Right, but
maybe more than 5. So yeah,
mechanically,
it's hard
yeah,
yeah,
I think it's too.
Yeah.
I think it's too strong for one gold simple weapon to have a 10-foot.
yeah, right. I agree.
I mean, I think longswords are about that length, right?
Long swords are
It's about 3 feet,
yeah, about a 3-foot blade typically.
and then a couple of maybe half a
I
foot.
don't know, 4.5
to a
though.
foot.
That's pretty long. There are people that are that tall, you know.
Mm.
So I think that just keeping it within the 5-foot range is ideal for mechanical
Mhm.
purposes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I might just go with the Warhammer then when I get a chance.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna move on to go see Akini Alpha to try and get a enchanted rapier.
Okay.
I'll let you-
So as you get there, there are some aides that kind of stop you and you let them know you're looking for Akini Alpha, and they can say, they basically say that they can fetch her, and you can wait to see if she comes to visit you.
Or say,
If you
okay,
want to wait for her to speak with her, she will. She can meet with you.
I say, okay, well maybe you guys can help me, and I go into my spiel about wanting an enchanted rapier.
And what they're able to tell you is it is something she could do, but it would take. It's not something she would have on hand. She would have to get it enchanted, and it would take some time.
Okay, I say that is fine. I'm
Do you
going
want to wait to
stop.
speak with her?
How long? I ask how long it would take.
It is hard
On
to
average.
say. It might be an hour or so. Maybe a
Okay, that's
couple
fine. I'll
hours.
wait.
Okay. All right.
What time of day is it, by the way?
I think we just, since this is kind of probably happening while they were at the Temple
Okay.
of Tavris.
That's
it's
fine.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we congregate in a timely way. All right, I'll wait.
Okay. Let's see. Somebody else want to do any shopping? You say?
Yeah, I definitely want to. Maybe not at the moment because I'm still on my temple splurge, but I definitely will want to get a Warhammer, and I recommend.
So yeah, Temin's gonna be waiting a while. So yeah, we can go ahead and have you.
I'd also recommend anybody that uses ranged weapons buy extra ammo, just because we'll be gone for 30 days, and unless you can make your own, you probably would run out at that pace.
Yeah, Sandor wants to buy some extra arrows and also some studded leather as well.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic. We still got the temple up here. You said that is the Temple of Gond, the Smiths and Craftwork, I believe.
Can you ping that again?
The one on the island, top right.
That is the Temple of Suni.
Oh, Sunni. Okay.
Yeah, Gond is like down just underneath the hill where Joaquin's
and we were just
temple.
here, right?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So yeah, let's go ahead and hit up Gond then, or at least I'll go ahead. If you guys were close enough that I assume there's probably some guys just walk through the little area over here.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, this one might be first then. If we walk this way, you probably want to go across the bridge first, and then come back and hit this one.
Okay.
I know some people might not think it matters, but I've DM'd before, and sometimes the order if you do things can change different. So I just want to be realistic and go and realistically, I think I would not come down here and then walk right across the bridge again just to come back down. So I think this would be where I would go next.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, I'm on I guess a side quest splurge to see what information we can find or gold we can make. If you guys want to go with me, that's cool. If not, that's cool. I don't.
So as you walk across this elevated causeway from Temple Hill, like the temple out on this island here, kind of the roof looks like it's floating in midair, and then as you get closer, you can kind of see it's like an illusion because lining the outside walls of the temple are like mirrors.
Oh.
Yeah, and so yeah, as you arrive, there's somebody and a couple guards standing like by the entrance, and it looks like maybe it's an acolyte, and she comes in kind of like, is anybody else with Uliel? Did anybody come along with him?
No, I did. Sandor did not.
Okay. How about you, Oz?
I guess got nothing better to do right now.
Okay, so Storm's there. So looks you up and down, and I need both of you to make a charisma check.
Just a basic check, no.
Just straight charisma.
Don't be bad this time. Okay.
Hold on, saving throw or?
He said just
No, just your skill, just the straight charisma.
right
skill.
above like your modifier for charisma is like the actual name of it. It should highlight red, and then you,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel that now.
Oh, there they are.
yeah, it's being mine was yeah. Roll 20.
Okay.
Being a little slow. at
the person is like to both of you. Welcome, brothers and sisters of Sunni. Welcome to our temple. What can we do for you today?
I guess yeah, just same kind of spiel. I just want to be like just kind of traveling Cholt. We're new here, seeing any interesting information that may have passed the past few days. Kind of ask what they do here.
I welcome people to the temple. Also, and here in the temple, you can partake of our public baths, or receive lessons in applying makeup or styling your hair. Learn to dress in a manner that suits your body or your profession in our climate. And then and so in terms of let's here.
Looks like our druid joined us.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Hey.
So we are still in Port Nyanzaro, and we got to see a dinosaur race, and
Hey, 2 silver.
now, yeah,
Actually,
and now we're taking a tour of the various temples and buying more stuff, and as we're getting ready for tomorrow's expedition.
Quick question: are you here for the rest of the night?
Is that until 10 or 9? Or 1? How many more hours?
Midnight, I believe, or
Two more hours.
2 more hours. Sure.
All right, so I can stop the recording.
I just gotta get my laptop set up because I just got back to my house. I'm on my phone.
All right, I'll leave the recording going until then.
Nice.
Okay, gathering information. So D100.
I definitely am interested to see the methods of applying makeup that they do here.
They apply makeup.
I'm probably not gonna RP that, so you can say that you got a nice lesson.
I pay $5 a week. You have to RP visually applying makeup.
Put it up on YouTube.
I would like to know how they apply makeup to fur.
That is interesting.
Yeah, she looks at you and goes, wouldn't probably, you don't probably need any makeup. Your coat is very nice, very fine. We take good care of it.
We haven't combed her lately.
Oh, I think. Excuse me. I clean myself every day. I like myself.
Yes. Tabaxi are very good at taking good care of themselves and taking care of their appearance.
Well, it's nice that somebody notices this.
He does say like in terms of like as the conversation kind of went, what kind of weird stuff have you heard going on? That the only thing he's heard of that's like interesting in the jungle is if you head up the Tairiki River about 5 days by canoe, there's this big stone spire to the east, and the folks here call it Firefinger, and there are creatures called terror folk that live there, but they've not ever seen them.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Interesting. We may have to venture that way. Are we inside, or are we kind of like, is she holding us up at the door of the club, or what's going on here?
I assume she's probably like, welcomed you like at least inside to like the entrance area, like atrium.
Are the people? Can I see like the bats and like, are those kind of hidden? And can I see if like if they're doing like any kind of applying the makeup, grooming, anything of that sort going on right now? Like, is it kind of like an open area, or are we just kind of walking through, getting a tour?
Yeah, so you're kind of like in a receiving area. So, maybe it's like 10 by 20 area. And so yeah, you're seeing people like maybe come through, but
Mhm.
you're not seeing like what everybody is doing
I want
and
to.
all that.
I definitely want to inquire about the methods of applying makeup they do here. See if there's anything that I can necessarily learn. Anything of that sort, like any methods that I'm not accustomed to that looks different than what the ways I know how, or anything of that sort. By the way, Ulil, you have never, like, everybody in the party has never seen Ulil wear makeup or anything of that sort, so it's not
Yeah.
like I'm currently wearing any.
Yeah, so it seems like it's like fairly gender specific. Like most cultures, like generally the females are the ones applying makeup. The dark skinned Choltons don't obviously use a whole lot of makeup, and like you know the the lighter skin, it you don't see anything like that stands out as being any different than what you've
Okay.
seen in Waterdeep or anywhere else. Yeah.
I want to kind of just speak, like, mumble under my breath and be like, I've seen. I just be like, I was like, this isn't too impressive.
No, I mean, but you definitely get like the faithful of Sunni are very much obsessed with outward appearance.
Right. All right. I mean, I kind of look towards Storm and be like, well, there's not too much information to gather here or much of interest to me. Do you have anything that you want to take away from here before we head out, I guess? Maybe a bath? I laugh to myself.
No, I think these people are all too interested in their own reflections to be of much help.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think unless there's anything else that stands out, kind of I just head towards, I guess, the next to last temple on the list. Gond.
Okay.
Actually,
it is the last
that
one,
is a
isn't it?
temple. Yeah, I didn't go to
Yep.
Tamora, but I assume that I
Yeah.
was told about it.
Okay. Yeah, so the Temple of Gon, it's a boxy stone temple, just behind the royal docks, and this is it has like as a centerpiece an immense fountain, and I mean it's essentially like the Bellagio with jets of water that like continually like creating kind of amazing shapes from these different nozzles and valves moving on cams, and it's pretty cool looking.
Okay. Just due to craftsmanship alone, I assume.
Yeah, so let's Gond is the lord of all smiths, deity of craft and smith work.
By the way, I just for everybody else, I'm not that informed with Forgotten Realms. I just have it written down, like, what all these gods are from.
Yeah, you had done a religion session, and you did a religion check, and we ran
I just want
down
to make
real
sure
quick.
people aren't being like, man, he knows everything, because I'm kind of reading off my own notes right now. So, all right, yeah, I guess just I admire the craftsmanship. I, for a cleric, I still wear, I wear scale mail at the moment. You can see it underneath my robes, and I got a mace that is of decent quality, and I appreciate fine craftsmanship. So, I guess I just kind of walk in and, once again, just look around to see if anything catches my eye, and
Yeah, you can see like there's Some people like doing like somebody's like painting on like a canvas, and somebody else is crafting some kind of sculpture. Looks like maybe it might be a dinosaur or something like that, but it's kind of like a abstract kind of art thing piece. And yeah, there's somebody else who's like fiddling with the moving water sculpture. He's like trying to get like one of the nozzles to work again. Maybe it got clogged up or something. Whatever he's doing. But yeah, pretty not a lot of people in there right now. But
Anybody that kind of looks to be in charge or the head of, maybe dressed a little bit more ornately than the others.
no, I mean they're all like artisans, so they dress kind of, they're just general Chilton dress, like cool loose fitting clothes.
All right.
Yeah.
I kind of want to walk up to the one working on the fountain nozzle,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to say something along the lines of, I was like, "This is fine craftsmanship. What seems to be the problem?"
I think it's got a stone lodged in the nozzle here. Happens from time to time. We have excellent water pressure here in Port Nianzaro, but every once in a while, sucks in a stone or something, a pebble, and just need to get it out.
Can I look at it to see if there's any way I might be able to assist in getting it out, or maybe even Storm?
Dig it out with your claws.
Maybe having better better dexterous with her hands than I am.
Yeah, make okay. Yeah, Storm, you might have a chance of doing this. Why don't you make a dexterity check?
Storm's not sure if she wants to attempt to break her nails in it. I guess. If it will make you happy.
Don't you want to see the flowing water? I don't.
I suppose. What would I roll? I can try.
Dexterity.
Just straight dex?
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, I mean, he's been like trying to poke this thing in there, and when you offer to like help, he's like, kind of dubious, but yeah, sure, be my guest. And yeah, you stick a claw in there and you kind of rub it around the outside of the nozzle or inside, and you pop out a pebble, and as you do, like the water comes shooting out of it, and yeah, he's like raises his eyebrows. He's like, "Wow, thank you."
Let's rub my claws on my shirt and like blow them off. It's nothing.
I want to take this time to kind of ask him. It's like, so other than working on your craftsmanship and fixing leaky nozzles, is there any interesting news going on in the town? We're newcomers and just trying to get a feel for the city.
Yeah. What are your plans here in the city? Like, why are you? What are you here for?
Oh my god.
Currently we're just travelers. We heard that Cholt was a great place if you like to travel and really just test your merit against nature herself, and so nothing in particular.
Are you planning on venturing out into the jungles?
Yeah, I believe we will. I heard Firefinger's a pretty interesting place to see.
Sorry, I got to go for just a minute.
Okay.
I need to rescue something from the flood. I will be back.
Yeah.
It's like raining, like batshit insane right now. So I got
Absolutely.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yep. So yeah, you guys talk for a little while, and it comes up like there's a city out in the jungle called Mezro.
Is-
Yeah, Mezro. And the conventional wisdom is that this city was destroyed in the spell plague. But he says he's heard that the rumor is it wasn't actually destroyed by the spell plague, and that the ruins of the city are just an illusion. And he heard this by overhearing a pale-skinned man who whispered this to a dinosaur man with a big sword.
Ah.
And the dinosaur man smelled like honeysuckle.
Okay. Overheard.
An odd detail.
Yeah. Heard, well, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm pretty sure that might be artists. To Lizard Man. That smelled like what?
Honeysuckle.
That smelled like. All right. I tell him that is a very interesting rumor to have heard. Maybe if we ever come across this pale-skinned man, we might inquire about such rumors. That would be. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in Port Neon Zaru would be interested to hear of such a thing, if this were true.
Yeah, it sounds like it doesn't sound like. I mean, anybody who's been to Mezro has seen the ruins, so I don't know. It sounds crazy to me.
Well,
you wanted interesting information. That's what I've heard.
That's probably some of the most interesting I've heard since I've been here. I want to ask him one, the last question I want to ask him before taking my leave is, do any of your fellow brothers or sisters have any, need of aid, possibly? As I kind of make it obvious that I'm about ready to kind of head out after spending some time talking.
No, I mean, the donations are always welcome, but yeah, nothing. We do well for ourselves here.
And you don't happen to sell any armor or weapons you craft here by chance?
No, everything must be sold through the markets.
Makes sense. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you for your time and thank you for the interesting information. It might be something that we look into on our travels.
Okay. Excellent.
And I guess we start making our way to the market, preferably the weapon area for myself.
Okay, so you head over to the Grand Souk. And we'll say about this time, Temin,